The Freemasons have made an impassioned tribute to Prince Philip, one of their former members, following his death aged 99. The Duke of Edinburgh passed away on Friday morning at Windsor Castle. He was the longest-serving royal consort in the history of the British monarchy. A number of other royal family members have associations with the Freemasons. In a statement, the group said, "The Freemasons are deeply saddened to hear of the passing of Prince Philip this morning, and we extend our sincere condolences to Her Majesty the Queen and the royal family." His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh started his life in Freemasonry in 1952, at the age of 31. He was initiated into Navy Lodge, number 2612, on 5th of December. On March 6, 1953, HRH Prince Philip progressed to the second degree of Freemasonry, before advancing to the third degree on May 4, 1953. The United Grand Lodge of England, UGL, issued his Grand Lodge certificate on 7th of May that same year, and he has remained a member to this day. The Freemasons are a group of fraternal bodies which can trace their origins to associations of stonemasons in the late 14th century. Philip was born on Corfu in June 1921, the son of Princess Alice of Battenberg and Prince Andrew of Greece. Due to his parentage, he initially held the title Prince of Greece and Denmark. Philip joined the Royal Navy in 1939, serving with distinction during the Second World War. He was mentioned in dispatches for his bravery at the Battle of Cape Matapan during the 1941 German invasion of Crete. In 1947, Philip renounced his Greek and Danish titles before marrying Princess Elizabeth. Following the death of her father in 1952, Elizabeth became Queen Elizabeth II. According to the Freemasons' statement, Prince Philip was active within the organization. They said, the Duke of Edinburgh was known to drop into meetings at his Freemasons' lodge almost unannounced. Navy Lodge has a storied past, and an amazing roster of luminaries appear upon its membership roll. The lodge prides itself on being the premier naval lodge in the world, with an unparalleled history that includes 4 monarchs as past members: King Edward VII, King Edward VIII, King George VI and King George II of the Hellenes. Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, is also a Mason, holding the title of Grand Master. The news of Prince Philip's death was announced by a statement from Buckingham Palace. It said, "It is with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen announces the death of her beloved husband. The royal family join with people around the world in mourning his loss." Boris Johnson said the Duke had inspired the lives of countless young people. Following the announcement, well-wishers began leaving flowers outside Buckingham Palace in London.
How do you prepare for an event Britain hasn't seen since 1953? Queen Elizabeth's coronation was watched by more than 200 million people worldwide, including this little boy, who is now at the centre of this spectacle. Westminster Abbey will be the focal point, plus there's the promise of 2 processions with plenty of pageantry. But also at its core will be the community, a chance for the bunting to be rolled out once again, with street parties back on the calendar.
It's been quite a tricky time for everybody through the pandemic, and now in a cost of living crisis and so forth. So it's really, really hard. But when you come out of the winter and you have the spring and you're bringing people together, you really need moments where you can bring people together and have a spark of joy.
This is what a visit from King Charles and the Queen Consort brought to this community project in East London.
This was our big lunch back in June as part of the Queen's Jubilees.
It was their first official engagement in the country after their ascension, and it's why the organisation will be celebrating.
It's a moment in time, regardless of what your views, you'll remember what you were doing on during that weekend or on that day.
There will be plenty to mark the occasion, including a televised concert at Windsor Castle with stars showcasing Britain's diversity. And Monday's bank holiday is being billed as a volunteering day to recognise the King's public service. On Saturday the 6th of May, all eyes will be on Westminster Abbey, just as they were 70 years ago. And it will be just as grand, a service and a ceremony filled with tradition. But the question is, who will be there? With tensions between the household and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex on a knife edge, will an invite make it across the Atlantic? Prince Harry has said the door remains open, but after revelations in his memoir, reconciliation seems far off.
The King himself, he's a mild mannered man, Charles. He's a decent man, and he would want both his sons there. So I very much hope for him on a personal level that Harry and Meghan are there. But also I think the optics internationally mean that it's important there is a form of reconciliation.
One person is guaranteed to be missed. This time, the next generation will be on the palace's balcony. But the message will be the same, one of unity and celebration. Ashna Harinag, Sky News in central London.
Now to Britain, pushing all-out war with Russia. In a repeat of World War I mean, you could rinse and repeat, where Britain declared war on Germany and then brought everyone else into the mix with them, from Belgium to France to Italy, etc. Now Britain is doing the exact same damn thing with Russia. So last night we heard from Tobias Ellwood, who is the head of the British Parliament's Defence Committee. Now, he's their spy master. This isn't some low-level guy. This isn't some just like random, I don't know, even low member of Parliament. No. This is the Parliament's Defence Committee head. And now calling for a direct war with Russia from the West. A head-on collision, essentially. Watch.
We are now at war in Europe. We need to move to a war footing. We are involved in that. We've mobilized our procurement processes. We're gifting equipment. We need to face Russia directly and rather than leaving Ukraine to do all the work.
Okay.
To do all the work? For what purpose for Britain?
Yeah, let's go to war with Russia directly. We need to stop all this pussyfooting around and go to war with Russia directly now.
No more foreplay.
And we knew that this was coming. And this had been long predicted. In fact, going back, I was reading pieces today from The Guardian from 2014, where they were saying the United States is going to bring UK into their war against Russia with Ukraine. Like, that's what the plan is here. And the UK and Europe will be dragged into the United States proxy war in Ukraine. Like, that's the mission here. And this all looks like part of the plan. It's all coming together.
Do you have the video of Zelensky where he's actually saying that it would be better if they struck first to send Russia a message, like NATO and them would strike first? I don't know if you saw that or if you
I did see that. Yeah. No, I don't have it tonight. But yeah, so, where he specifically says, what we should do is launch nuclear weapons. We should attack Moscow. Like, let's attack Moscow. Did I say that correctly? I think if I'm paraphrasing.
He said it a few times in various iterations over the last 6 months.
But in the past few days, he said something. Yeah, he said it again.
He said something about deterring, like, nuclear war is not okay unless we, declare it on Russia in order to
deter Russia,
deter them from.
Yeah. So that's how
which makes sense.
Right. Let's attack Moscow. And use nuclear weapons to do it and wipe them out.
Yeah, a nuclear deterrent ceases to be a deterrent when you employ it.
Right.
Then it's just an attack.
Then it's just, and then everyone's annihilated, and we're all dead. Right. Like, we are on the precipice. I mean, you're seeing now what's happening in the UK, and if you just read what people in the UK are talking about, people are really concerned that their government is one step away from a major direct head-on collision with Russia. So this all looks like part of the plan. Just a few days ago, in February, Ukrainian President Zelensky went to the UK. You remember this?
We know Russia will lose. And I appeal to you and the world with simple and yet most important words. Combat aircrafts for Ukraine. Wings for freedom.
So we want combat aircraft in Ukraine.
На недавней конференции в Мюнхене звучали бесконечные обвинения в адрес России. Складывается впечатление, что это делалось лишь для того, чтобы все забыли, что натворил так называемый Запад за последние десятилетия. А это они выпустили джина из бутылки. Целые регионы погрузили в хаос. По оценкам самих американских экспертов, в результате войн, хочу обратить на это внимание, не мы придумали эти цифры, американцы сами дают. В результате войн, которые развязали США после 2001 года, погибло почти 900 тысяч человек. Более 38 миллионов стали беженцами. Все это они сейчас просто стереть из памяти человечества. Делают вид, что ничего не было. Но этого в мире никто не забыл и не забудет. С людскими жертвами и трагедиями никто из них не считается.
Charter 373. This is Commander Mills. My ship was hit by an undocumented asteroid. Transporting 35 passengers on a long-range exploratory mission. Send help.
We've crash landed on an uncharted celestial body. I don't know where we are.
I've located one survivor.
A child. The atmosphere is breathable. There's something alien out there. You need to be quiet and move. You and I are gonna get home.
Home, family.
Ready?